Hello everyone, and welcome to the Missouri School Boards Association's Board Report for the month of December. We thank you for the opportunity to share some news and information during a few minutes of your board meeting. We begin with a look at the 2014 session of the Missouri General Assembly that convenes on January 8th. Of course, the state budget and funding for our public schools will be a major issue before the legislature. Governor Nixon has indicated he will be proposing an increase in funding for the foundation formula in his budget for the next fiscal year. MSBA Associate Executive Director for Advocacy, Mike Reed, says he's hopeful some progress can be made toward achieving the funding level established by the legislature itself when the current foundation formula was approved in 2005.
We have been really at almost a level playing field for the last several years because of the economy. The economy is looking slightly better. There seems to be more money coming into general revenue, some slight increases in general revenue. So we're cautiously hopeful. I know the chairman of both the House and the Senate Appropriations Committee have been open to this discussion of moving to have more money to fully fund the formula. So we are cautiously optimistic.
Another issue sure to receive a lot of attention during the 2014 legislative session is student transfers from unaccredited to accredited school districts. Those transfers have been underway this school year in the St. Louis area, causing a number of concerns for both the sending and receiving school districts. Reed says there's a growing consensus that the student transfer law needs to be fixed.
There are several ideas that are floating around out there right now, looking at the ability of receiving districts to limit the number of seats that they have, looking at having more intense work with the unaccredited districts, perhaps schools, charter schools types being established, more mentoring programs for teachers. The question of who is going to pay for students when they transfer out. We cannot bankrupt the districts that are unaccredited by paying all the money out to the accredited districts. There's a whole group of problems. Plus the fact we have to remember that this is not only an urban problem. This could happen, as we say in the country, in the non-urban areas. So any fix, as we call it, is going to have to make sure that it works both in the urban districts and the non-urban districts.
The entire interview with Mike Reed is posted on the MSBA website as a special edition of our Capitol Watch program. We'll be keeping you up to date on legislative issues once the session begins through our weekly Legislative Voice newsletter, the weekly Capitol Watch video program, and through daily posts on the MSBA website. Also, mark your calendar for the annual MSBA Legislative Forum to be held on February 18th in Jefferson City. Registration information for that event will be posted on the MSBA website. Most school districts in the state have begun implementing the Common Core state standards, according to a survey conducted by the Department of Elementary and Secondary Education. The survey was completed by about 6,000 teachers and administrators throughout the state. It shows about 70% of those responding have or currently are in the process of implementing the Common Core. More than 80% of English teachers surveyed are guiding students toward deeper reading comprehension based on the standards, and more than 60% of math teachers are developing lessons that focus on the standards. The Common Core state standards are updated English and math expectations that provide clarity and depth to Missouri's grade level expectations and course level expectations. MSBA is implementing its new governance structure approved by the Delegate Assembly last June. Under the new structure, the size of the Board of Directors will be reduced from 43 to 25 members, and new regional executive committees will be established in each of MSBA's 17 regions. There also will be a regional action committee in each region made up of the regional executive committee members and all the delegates from the member boards in the region. Here's how the governance changes will be implemented. Terms of all the current members of the Board of Directors will end this coming spring. A Board of Directors member and the chair of the new Regional Executive Committee from each region will be elected at the 2014 spring regional meetings. The candidate filing period for those positions will open on January 1st. Nomination forms will be available on the MSBA website or can be requested from the MSBA office. The newly elected Board of Directors members and the newly elected chairs of the regional executive committees will take office at the conclusion of the 2014 MSBA Leadership Summit in June. Also, under the new structure, board presidents will serve as the MSBA delegate unless the board selects another member to serve as the delegate. Contact the MSBA office if you have any questions about the new governance structure or want more information about running for the Board of Directors or for chair of the Regional Executive Committee in your region. That's it for this month's edition of the MSBA Board Report. Thanks for allowing us to have some time at your board meeting, and so long from Columbia.